Hello everyone, it's the Grey Goose, and on today's Random Green Fridays deck tech that we rolled, it actually turned out to be Temur. I played a Temur deck yesterday and made a video on that, so I wasn't going to do Temur again. Yesterday I made an additional extra deck tech video and it was Jund, so we're not going to do that either. So number 3 is Bant. So we're rolling with Bant today. Bant Midrange. And you don't see a lot of that around these days. So let's see how it does in ranked standard. Also, I'm going to go ahead and show the first match. And during that first match, I'll start talking about all the different cards in the deck and how it kind of works together. And by the time that match ends, you'll be able to hear and see me my thoughts on how I'm playing the deck and also the entirety of match 2. So if you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, come back for more. I make a video every day. I'll see you tomorrow. So for our Bant Midrange deck, we run 4 of the Gilded Goose. That's just a good turn 1 no matter how you look at it. It's an O2 body, it creates a food, it can help ramp. It can continue to help ramp or continue to help make food. The Paradise Druid is a 4 of, once again, a little more ramp. 2/1 body isn't terrible, and it has hexproof. The Hydroid Krasis is ×4. There's just too much value here. Anytime you're running blue and green, you're going to have Hydroid Krasis essentially. It's a flyer body that does trample, it draws you cards, it gives you health. Teferi Time Raveler ×4. He's just so good. He's a tempo play. He's an anti-instant spell play. Lovestruck Beast, 4 of. For 3 CMC, you get not only a 5/5 body that can attack, but usually is just able to block. Occasionally, you'll also get a 1/1 out. 4 copies of Night of Autumn. It's a 3 CMC, and it has so much flexibility. You might think for a 3 mana cost card, a 2/1's pretty crappy. Yes, but you're able to kill an artifact or enchantment of your own choosing. You're able to get 4 life, or you're able to get 2 +1/+1 counters. So the flexibility of this is really nice. Normally I run up against a lot of artifact or enchantment decks on any given night lately of standard ranked. But the day that I played this deck, I actually saw basically 0. So I consider him to possibly something to be a card possibly that you take less than 4 of. There's 2 of Vivian Arcbow Ranger, a little bit hard to cast with the triple green, but for what it offers, it's very solid. You can put 2 +1/+1 counters on 1 creature, or you can separate that onto 2 creatures. And they also gain trample until end of turn. It's crucial to remember the trample. I know at least I keep forgetting it because I don't play Vivian very often, but now that I've played this so much recently, I'm always going to remember, especially coupled with our next creature here I'll get to in just a moment. But the -3 on Vivian is also very relevant. You just take the damage from one of your creatures and you apply it to any creature of your choosing or planeswalker of your choosing. They don't even fight, it's just straight damage. Questing Beast, 3 copies. He's one of your MVPs. He gets out with haste, a 4/4 with vigilance also. So he's dealing damage and he's also providing you, he attack and he protect. And he also has death touch. So coupled with our Vivian Arcbow Ranger, with the trample and the death touch, you can apply 1 damage to a creature and the rest trampled through to face or a planeswalker should you pick that. Or if you're blocked by multiple creatures, you just hit for 1 damage to each creature and you kill all of them because of the death touch. Nissa, Who Shakes the World, 3 of. I'm tempted to say maybe going down to 2 on her. She is really good, but it's kind of a slow play, and you generally have enough ramp with all the other Gilded Goose, Paradise Druid, etc. She's still just a solid turn 5 though, no matter how you look at it. She applies 3 damage as soon as she gets on the board, and she also can tap untap to do some tricks where your opponent might think you're out of mana, but actually you're not. And last but not least, we have our God Eternal Oketra, which I think is a great flavor for this Bant Midrange. He's a 5 CMC, he has double strike, and he's a 3/6. So he's a very, very solid body by himself. Plus he recurs if he dies or goes into exile from the battlefield. He just gets to sit on the third from the top if you want. So if the game goes late, it's just massive value. Any creature spell that you cast when he gets on the board, you get an additional 4/4 black zombie with vigilance. So pretty soon that spirals out of control if they're not able to contain the situation within a turn or two. Our lands, we have a total of 25 lands. Our sideboard, we have 2 of the Aether Gust. There's just too many red and green spells out there these days that are absolutely crucial that you either don't let hit the board at all and you delay them a turn, or you trick them into letting them hit the board and then you instant at the end step and pop them back. Good targets are like Fires of Invention as it's being cast, or of the green creatures in Simic Flash, for example, like the Nightpack Ambusher or the Wildborn Preserver. Just 2 of the Disdainful Stroke. There's just so many good cards that are 4 or greater CMC these days, not to mention Fires of Invention. Devout Decree, once again, black or red, so it's good against Fires of Invention, like a Cavalier of Flames. It's good against Grixis as well, their sacrifice deck. It can hit a lot of their creatures, especially like the Cauldron Familiar if you want even. Deputy of Detention, for 3 CMC, being able to lock down any permanent, non-land permanent on the board, that's just pretty clutch. He's susceptible to removal, but certain decks it doesn't work quite as well to try and remove the Deputy of Detention. And certain cards, such as like if your opponent plays a Hydroid Krasis, you drop him down. It doesn't matter if they remove the Deputy or not. The Hydroid's coming back as a 0/0 because he's XX power and toughness. 2 of Mystical Dispute. There's a lot of blue out there these days in one way or the other, so it's just good to have that sort of removal specifically against them, but it also can be used against other decks too. It just costs a little bit more, and it's not a full-on counter. It's only if they aren't able to pay 3. Shifting Ceratops, that's kind of your go-to MVP for any blue-heavy deck with counters and all that jazz. Anything with a bunch of flyers, for example, since he can get reach. He's also good if you need to get out early because he has haste. Wicked Wolf, I put him as an include ×2 because of the Gilded Goose and the food, but overall I feel this might be the weakest sideboard option I have right now, and I'm considering with changing it with something else. All in all, I think Bant Midrange is a fun deck to play. You don't see it too much in standard ranked right now, so it's kind of a surprise to your opponent, honestly. And like I said, there's a little bit of fine tuning it could still use, like maybe changing out the Wicked Wolves, or maybe having less than 3 of Nissa, less than 3 of God Eternal Oketra. So I think it could use some refinement. I definitely think there might be a stronger couple decks out there in the meta right now, but maybe you want to give this a try. Maybe it's the colors you like or the cards that you currently have. It's definitely puts up a fight at the very least. I don't think Aether. I didn't see any murderous. Didn't see any casualties. So I put in the one more Time Wipe, and I'm taking out the one of Night. Right? Nah. Taking out one of the ramp. One of the ramp. Hexproof. Gilded Goose gets me food. Okay, on the draw again. And we don't have a green to get Paradise Online. But we're on the draw, and if we get any lands at all, we get Teferis, Knights. I think it's okay. It'll be fine. He's down to 6 on the mulligan. 5. Well, we might get mana screwed, so maybe we'll be the ones paying for it, not him. Alright, Growth Chamber. That can actually help him immensely. Still don't have a play. Come on, land. Come on, land. He could land and then... Alright. This is bad. This is bad at this point. Yeah, we're mana screwed, and he took the risk going down to 5, and we're getting punished. He probably is just full of Obnix's cruelty. Alright, he's gonna swing back with some, oh boy.
I can no longer stand by and watch. Oh,
Land.
I've done the hero thing before.
Oh boy. Can't believe we're gonna lose to this. Oh boy. Well, this is what happens when you're Bant and you don't draw one of your colors. Okay. So. Alright, so we're on the play this time. We have 3 lands, all our colors. We'll keep. We got some good turn 1, turn 2 plays. Ramps in nicely here with the Goose into a Love Struck, even if I wanted to. I think I'll end up playing the 1/1 though. And slow tapping that in. Yeah, that's the play. Actually? Yeah, actually, that's the play. Alright, this is using our mana to the fullest. Watch him have like a duress or something weird. Man, he is persistent with those growth chamber guardians, my god. Questing beast? Love struck beast? Lots of good options here right now, actually. So once again, he's gonna have to Obnixis or whatever, potentially Murderous Rider to get through the Love Struck Beast. I know that he's running them too. He's obviously an Adventures deck, and I saw him last game, a Love Struck Beast. Well, there we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to hold back the 1/1 to block more than just 2/2 worth of damage. I want to go ahead and get... let's get questing down. Then next turn I can Vivian to smash something. There we go. Let's actually just start pushing face. If he uses 3 mana to greed for 2 extra damage, that's fine by me at this point. He might just put a Murderous Rider down to try and start getting consequential life gain. If he puts that down though, he can't do the trigger for Growth Chamber Guardian. Would you look at that? Alright, so actually I just no block it. Probably wondering why I did that. I probably would wonder too. Let's try and filter through and get rid of our lands. I have to make sure it's a 3rd green though. There we go. So the question becomes, right, I could 5/5 the questing. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and ping him down. And then if he wants to, once again, blow his whole turn for a Growth Chamber Guardian, I'll put this down. Let's just get more on the board at this point. So we're going to questing Beast in with Vigilance down to 7. He needs to get rid of this though. It's basically a creature versus creature deck. So he has to do everything in his power to push through this turn. If he pumps this up though, he might swing in without pumping to like see what I'm gonna do. I don't know. This is a sticky spot for him too. Technically I have lethal, especially with Vivian. But I have nothing.
With the Arcbow at my side, I can't lose a fight.
Okay, he's gonna +1/+1 it. So now it's a 4/4. But I'm going up to 5,
Stomping time.
6, right? Ooh, I got another questing beast. Look at that. What's the play? That's unfortunate that I can't just have more down. I'm going to have to sacrifice it, essentially. So let me go to target the face place. No, we go for Vivian. And I don't think he wants to lose Vivian. He's probably wondering, what? Yep. Alright, so what we're going to do is make our Goose have a purpose. So now he can technically be used. I'm going to keep this card back. There's no point showing him that I'm fully out yet. He could put something spooky down and then ping it onto the questing beast, but getting out of 4 toughness range right there was actually really critical. I don't know how this is going to work out for him. Is he going to deal the damage to Vivian? Oh, he's not.
I'd get out of the way if I were you.
So he's a 4/4. Okay. Put another one down. Go for it. My turn. Okay. Let's draw something that's not a land. This is ridiculous. Alright, 7. So the questing beast comes in and smashes for the win.
Stomping time.
He has to block with the 4/4. Okay. That's pretty rough. Oh my gosh. 6 damage through. I didn't do that right. I had lethal. Oh! Yeah, I forgot the trample with the death touch, folks. Because of the Vivian. There you go. Alright, Bant Midrange. That's too far of a reaching hand. I'll keep this even though it's kind of awkward too. I mean, these are early game creatures. He's not good enough until I get a lot of land. If I put this down, I'm guaranteed enough for a 2 if I draw a 2. Or if I draw a land in the next 2, I'm guaranteed a turn 3. Temple of Mystery. Alright. So I want a blue, that way I have access to all colors. Okay, so unfortunately he's not an artifact or enchantment deck, right? Unless it's Trail of Crumbs. Oh boy, now he knows we are tapped out. This looks like a flash deck. That's not fun. Not fun. And he knows we're tapped out. Cool. Well, Teferi next turn is the play. If it gets to come down, which we shall see. It very well could be a countery deck. Looks like pure Simic. So if it's not countered, then it's a pure ramp deck, and he's not ramping for some reason. Yep. Alright, so good job, bro. Now I'm just gonna Knight of Autumn your face. If I draw a land next turn, it's very tempting to try Nissa, but I feel like I'm just gonna get booped. Countered. Yep, he's going for all counters. Cool. We are in a very, very bad spot. Yep. Going for the 2. At least I gain a card, and if he counters, you know, it's a +2 swing, which I really need actually right now. Simic frickin' Flash, man. Who does not love that? Oh boy. Okay. Start beating my face in, dude. Start beating it in. Go ahead and counter this. At least I get to Night of Autumn then. Or that might get countered too. Cool. So he let that go through. Ugh. He let that go through. He won't let this go through. Now he's gonna play another spell to beef him up. Good job. So I think he's all out of counters though, which is good for me. Alright. He can swing in if he wants. I do not care. He's out of counters. That's really good for me. The question becomes, do I double block, do I single block, or do I nothing? I think no matter what I do, I am screwed. It's Simic Flash, so he just is going to sit back and kill me with these small creatures. And we're going to enjoy it, aren't we? Counter. I'm out. So let's fight back. Let's fight fairly, in other words, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't see like fairies and bounce much, so let's just get rid of the stuff that we know is going to be useless this match. So 1 god is gone, 1 Vivian is gone. You know what? I'm going to make them all gone at this point. I need to chain in the Hydroid. That's like my win con. Night of Autumn, you know, if they get down, the life is great, but they're not good enough. So down 3 more. He has Hexproof, which is cool. They'll get rid of 2 Gildeds and 1 Paradise. All in all, though, I think Bant is in a pretty terrible place in Standard right now, and I do not recommend you try it, but I am doing my darndest to make it work tonight. Woo! It is in a rough spot. I think Bant, Historic, technically is a better Bant. The problem being, though, there's degenerate decks like Kethis and stuff out there, which no matter what you do, especially with Bant colors, you get buckoed. It is not good. He's holding on to it, whatever. Maybe it's an unsummon. Alright, so let me attack. He's getting ready to do the full counter suite. You ready? Counter number 1! Well, that was awkward. Okay. Let me go ahead to attack phase and get bounced back. Oh no, let me counter it. Wait. Now I bounce. So you just lost 5 health, whatever. He might have a flyer, which is fine. I can just hold on to him. What's he pushing for the 3 damage extra hard? Why would he? Oh my gosh, this guy is actually a bit on the weird side. So if I swing into attack with the shifting, if he holds back his Brineborn, you know he's gonna cast a card, right? At instant speed to buff it up to a 5 attack. Maybe even buffing him up. Well, he can't do 3 times, I bet. He only has 4 mana. Alright, so you know he has a flash fairy play. So the question becomes, Because we know it's gonna happen. We know it is. Right? Cool. So, are you ready to get countered? I'm ready to get countered. Problem is, this Lovestruck Beast is still a 5/5 just chilling, right? And does he have a 1 mana or no? Even if he does, it doesn't matter. I'm blocking him. I think that was probably his last counter. The Nissa was just a distraction. I'd rather have the Teferi down, honestly. The ideal play would be a Time Wipe, but I can't risk playing that and not getting value. Okay, so this looks decent. Watch. If he counters this, I'm really thinking he's out of counters. Alright. Swinging for the 5-er. Yep. Down to 3. Go for it. Okay. Chump block. I think he's getting down to his last little bit of hope. Flash flying. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. So now he thinks he made a good play.
Sorry I'm late. I'll protect you.
So, let's see what he does. I can block the 2 groundies, no problem. I just need Teferi to survive. Okay. And we're going in with the flyers. I reach. 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 Doesn't really matter. I'd rather him take less damage, so
Hey, that was
do that.
uncalled for.
And then if he survives, we get to Time Wipe. He went all in. And I'm going all out. I don't have white, fam. I don't have white. I do not have white. This is bad. I was counting on that Time Wipe.
I have a plan.
This is bad. I need a white. OMGs. 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 So he's gonna summon a Wolfie. Yep. The question is, does he attack? Sure he attacks with the Brineborn 7/6 at least, right? Okay. He can draw another card with his Spectral Sailor. Pass. What's he gonna do? Skip the turn. Alright. What a wimp. The question becomes, right? Do I just bop him away? Do I bop him away?
I've got it.
My gosh, man. This lets me play a Disdainful Stroke. Do I attack? No. See, the thing is, he's just gonna gain so much cards with that Spectral Sailor over time. Oh, man. We're at a stalemate. He's just hoping he's gonna get enough wolves to overcome me. Hey, there's my land. There it is. There she blows.
I've done the hero thing before.
So now I don't want to play Questing Beast because I want to have enough creatures to bounce back, right? Yes, yes. Alright. Has he got a flash in fairy or something? Oh no, the scry. The scry. If I had one more land and I drew into a white, then I could Time Wipe and Disdainful, but his counters usually aren't the 4 mana frilled, but... So he scryed one top. That's curious. Alright. He's still thinking that the wolves are gonna save him. Ooh, Mystical Dispute. What do I do here? Do I push in with everything? 3, 4, 5. Right? And then if he tries encounter, I have... Actually, it doesn't matter. I have Teferi. Yeah. So I plus 1 Hefe, right?
No,
You
I am
can't,
not making this
you
up
can't
as I
touch
go.
this. Can't touch this. Okay. He cannot touch. So he's going to draw 2 cards, which is insane. Really insane. So all this work that I tried to do, it kind of isn't much to talk about. I still have my Teferi on the board, which is important. And I have a questing shifting. But he has so many cards now, right? Alright, that would be unfortunate. Is he gonna pay 3? Do I do that? Even if he does, then he has a ton of mana. So now he knows that he can counter it, essentially. Alright. We go. He might have a Night Pack Ambusher or whatever. Resolve all. Take action. So he's getting out of options here. He might put in the fairy to try and get a little bit of damage from above. And that's when I counter it. Can't have that out. Oh, a counter. Okay, well, we're burning through all of his spells. I have a lot stronger of a hand than him, I guarantee it. And since he's all out of card draw, I think we're in a decent spot. Yep. So let's give this a try. He's gonna scry for what he needs, which is probably the wolf right now. This guy is grinding me out for just one little win here. That's ridiculous. Cool. So he drew something. Wolf? I'll go in. I don't care if it's a wolf. Alright. Man, he just looked at like the top 10 cards of his. Alright, so we're going with the haste. Down to 1. Even if he puts a wolf down, even if he does, trample. Right? Still, trample. He has to draw a creature here and pump it up with a Wildborn Preserver. And even if he does, depending on how much he pumps it up, I have a Teferi. Like so, and I have a questing beast, so yeah, So he's got a flash card. It's fine. He's got counters, he's got flash. I wish I drew one more land. Give me one more land. I want to make him use everything right here. Hey, there's my one land. Alright, we're going in. We're going to see how he reacts. Let's go. He's going to block. That's totally fine. Resolve. Resolve. Okay. No. You can block with both. Forgot. It's still fine. He has 1 mana, and it's a mystical whatever you call it. The mystical whatever you call it. Question is though, do I would pay 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Yep. We just get him down. Okay. His back is up against the wall again. He's doing all he can to scry for the next turn. He might as well attack with his brazen. Okay. So he has the Mystical Dispute, which, if he has 2 counters, right? You might get a pretty good turn here, but if he doesn't have 2 counters, I win. Well, it has flash, right? Uh-oh. And then that's gonna get countered too. Dude, this guy is so lucky. Can you believe it? Look at that. Look at that luck. That is beyond insane. Beyond insane.
I know my responsibility.
No, he could have still pushed forward and possibly won that one. I don't know how he did that. So the time wipes are okay. Red or green though, right? Red or green. I didn't see any Frilled Mystic that time, but the Night Pack Ambushers kind of screwed me over. Deputy, is Deputy worth anything? I think not. I think it's better to save for the Aether Gust, seeing those Wildborn Preservers. So I'm on the draw, only 2 cards here. Paradise Druid and a Shifting Ceratops I'm keeping. This is going to be an uphill battle from turn 1 no matter what. If I had a blue for a Mystical, that would have been fine, but no. So he's leading the tempo, boys. I put this down to get a little bit of mana. If he doesn't counter it, I could still Mystical Dispute something that's blue. That's fine. He's thinking he's screwing me over. He's not. So this, alright, shock this in, put this bad boy down. He might try and counter too. Whatever, play something blue, I dare you. End turn. But is it though? Oh wait! So that's the Aether Gust I wish I had. Next turn can Shifting though. Shifting is a big bugger for him. And the only reason that he's playing the Wildborn is because of the Shifting. Because he can still attack it. So he's going to attack, try and get a little damage in, no block. Come on. Alright. There we go. My turn. So we're going to go ahead and put a 5/5 boy down. Yeah. He might try a counter. I got a Mystical Dispute. How about now? How about now? How about no? He might still have a counter for the Love Struck, but I took away the Brineborn, which is less damage. And also he can't pump up the Wildborn Preserver. So more or less damage. The unfortunate thing is I'm not guaranteed a 4th land next turn, and all of this stuff starts turning on turn 4. Yep, he's going all in. He is so scared. Wait a minute. He countered... What did he counter? His own counter? So we could get a Brineborn down? What the heck? Alright, so he's gonna put something 2 down. Yeah, he's gonna kill this some way or the other, watch. Alright. Of course he has a 1 mana card and he can pump up 5 here, right? There we go. So now he has a super spooky spell, but that is A-O-frickin-K because I have a questing beast, so I dare you. I dare you. Right? You got a bounce? Bounce house? Probably. You can like bounce and then fairy and then just wreck my world. Let's see. That is clutch AF. Alright? That is clutch. I think it's better just to have more blockers at this point. So I'm all tapped out. What's he thinking? Some other flash creature to pump up the Wildborn? Or is he just going to scry for that clutch bounce that he needs for the questing beast? Right. So I'm going in. Going all in. Get him to 14. We are tied up. There you go, fam. So he's trying to look for a card that's going to bump up the Brineborn to 4 here. Of course, he had the chain combo. And now he gets to pump up the Wildborn 2 more. You see that? The only problem is if he goes all in like this, right? And I get 1 more card, 1 more land. Time Wipe. Time Wipe. Just Time Wipe. Right. So obviously I want to chump that. Uh-oh, time to draw a card and pray to RNG. So he's going to have 3 mana left over, right? So it's a total of 5. So he's going to have 2 mana left over. So he has to get a 2 mana counter in his very next card, right? He scared me to death. Don't you one-top me. Don't you one-top me. Oh. Please get that out of here, man. That is ridiculous. That is really freaking sick. Oh man, is he ready for this? Is he ready? Okay. He is ready. He is ready for Teferi. He is scrying it up. Little does he know I'm kind of screwing up his plans with this Aethergus. Ooh, 1 top. Is he gonna keep it? Is he?
Excellent fight.
Boop.
That's more like it.
Bye. He didn't use. Oh. Oh ho ho. Ooh. Okay. See ya. All right, so
Here goes nothing.
this is scary. Not gonna lie, this is really, really, really scary. He has 2 green cards. They are not blue. And the Wildborn Preserver is going to get a massive boost. I'm talking on the scale of +4 here. Plus freaking 4. So what do I want to do? So he's going to push for 6 damage or Teferi. It's going to be Teferi, but then I get to swing back with 4. There's there's not a good play for me here. I need cards like a Time Wipe again and then have him not draw a counter, which is going to be insane. Oh my gosh, here we go. Yeah, this is going to be real bad, fam. I have another Teferi, which is quite good. Quite good, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, this is tempting.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I've got time.
He's all tapped out. Ooh. Smash, smash, right? Smash, smash. Yeah. Here we go. So he's going down to 5. He knows he has to. He has to absolutely keep that Night Pack Ambusher alive at this point. I have Shifting Ceratops, which can haste in. So either he's putting in a 3/3 wolf or a 2/2. It all depends on what he draws. I didn't see. Maybe one top, one bottom. But if he lets it get to my turn, the fairy on board, that's spooky. Alright, so he's gonna let him die. I'll let him die. Okay. Right, so he knows I have the Ceratops. Because what he is getting right here, fam, is haste. And he's getting trample. Alright, so he's gonna either bounce or flash in. Woo! Wow, Bant Midrange can beat Simic Flash.